Yes, audio would be good. There we go. Greetings, Corsevius. So I'm in the normal client, although I am in the new version of the client that is about to go out. I'll have to get some patch notes ready for it here in a bit. The short version is, let's see what fixes went into that. It's got a few error spam fixes. I'm trying to think what I integrated over. Hold on. Let's see. It has removing the flags, preventing some artifacts from being used together for everything but the ones I mentioned on my Twitter. Has a fix for the piano face. Apparently, if females play the piano, they get a derp face on. My understanding, at least. Hey, afternoon crafting method. Naloth, PvP, the next love PvP is going to get is never. No, actually, I think PvP is the next big thing that'll be coming forward. We'll be trying to get a queue system in for April. So not this month, but yes, probably next month. I'm feeling like 95%. Oh, Lancel sent me a message. Hold on, I gotta go read it. Let's see. So, there were a number of things that I missed in my unflagging of stuff. I think people saw that, like, you could use last patch, you could use the Vexlin's wands, but you couldn't use a Thunder Branch wand, and you could use, like, some rings together, but not the Moon Ring. So the only things that are going to be flagged using that system for the near future are going to be the Cuddlekin Ring, the Frogkin Ring, and the Lich Ring. The Moon Ring is currently flagged. It'll be unflagged in this next one. There were a bunch of archetypes that were older archetypes, and they had crappy names. Like, there were some wands that were named Weapon, which I guess technically a weapon is a wand, but they did not have wand in their name. And when I did searches for them, I did not catch the wands, unflag all the wands. So there, if you saw, like, Vexlin wands could be used 2 at a time, but not like the Thunder Branch. That was not intended. That was actually a screw up because the name on it was wrong. But anyways, that's been fixed. The Moon Rings will be fixed in this removed in this next patch, so you'll be able to move them again. And let's see. Yeah, that you will be able to use Onks. And again, some of this, there's a couple things. I hate talking about this because it's going to be the meat of my conversation with you guys today. So let me see. Let me wait a little while. And yes, I'm going to look at the ring slot stuff. That was, I think I got handed that Jira today from somebody else. Maybe yesterday. But I will look at that. But yes, health is much, much, much better. That is my usual once a year. Every February, I get bronchitis. Just started early and went longer than normal this year. So you can still dual wield wands and Onks. So again, I'll get to the details on that. But the thing, after talking through with a number of people, some players, some team members, and looking at the actual numbers on things, the only things that really felt super duper broken is the Lich Ring. Now, the Lich Ring is one that it is somewhat balanced. I mean, it's powerful, but it's somewhat balanced in that it has some massive downside. Basically, it forces you to play a specific way, just with the massive negative attunement stuff where you just can't heal. You'll get tiny heals every time. But and also making it so you can be affected by Banish Undead. The problem with wearing two of them is those negatives really don't stack fully. I mean, your negative life attunement stacks fully, but you're probably not counting on heals much anyways if you're already a undead guy. The double up on the Lich doesn't stack. You can't be a Lich twice. You can't be Banish Undead twice. So the Lich Ring was one that I felt was just, in terms of using two of them at once, it was the only one that was completely unbalanced. And again, that's partially because the balancing factor for it was the negative side of things that came with it that didn't really double up when you wore two of them. You got double the power, but you didn't get double the negatives because you'd already written off that stuff. So I wacko, they can't damage undead. Yeah, they have trouble just because it's death magic. But I'm trying to remember if they're just insanely resistant or if they just can't damage them at all. But yeah, I mean, that is kind of by design. That's one of those things we can take another look at in terms of the undead. But yeah, if you want to be a pure death mage, but you want to fight undead, you're probably not really a pure death mage and probably should move out a little bit. But again, to pull off that full suite of you're a Lich, you're undead, should also probably make it so your faction is undead, so undead don't aggro on you. But that's a whole can of worms to open up if I actually go that route. And I do have my chat bot up, and I have fallen down on a few things here, like let me find some prizes. Ooh, baby, I love your way. Let's see. What do we got? We got some stuff on sale today. Let's start off with this Heraldry Banner Eternal. We'll do that one. I'll give that away in about 10 minutes. I'm going to try to do 3 rounds of prize giveaways. Maybe. We'll see. See if I can remember. Oh, and the exciting news I have, at least for me personally, not exciting for you guys, is my giant fish aquarium. I am back into fish. We're into fish in a big way. But my big fish aquarium is going to arrive on Friday. Their delivery window is between 1 and 5 p.m., which means that they will try and hit it directly in the middle of my 4 to 5 p.m. stream on Friday, so you can pretty much count on it. We'll see. But anyways, that'll be going in behind me. I may have to adjust my camera angle once I get it set up. It'll take a while to get set up, though. I'm going to try not to rush this one and do the whole kill the fish thing with all the nitrogen cycle stuff. All right, and do ask questions using the question thing. My goal today is to get through a bunch of those questions. Oh, another update is, hey, Snugsy1. I'll talk about bards here in a little while, since I see Snugsy1 there, and I know that's the question he's going to ask. But I wonder where the last stream ended and the next one begins. I need to write the time in this thing, too. Let's see. So bard stuff, I can talk a little bit about that. That's a horrible view. In just a minute, I'm going to have to exit out of this client and jump over to another one, so I can do some testing. Hold on, let me get that going. Oh, I know what I was going to mention. For those who'd watched and laughed at me as my computer rebooted on stream, not once but twice. It rebooted once on Zol's stream, Fizzle's stream, and then it rebooted a second time on our Friday stream. I'd even warned people, and of course, I host this stream, so when I get booted, everybody else got booted. I did go, makes me sad, I did go and turn down the overclock on my system. I think the thing that was causing a problem was the memory overclock. I actually got into a state on last weekend where my computer was eating 100% CPU at all times, and it was all like, I looked in the task manager and it was like Explorer interrupt was eating 100% of the time, and I looked that up and people said that's bad. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to have any problems today. I'm running the game, downloading the patch, about to unzip some stuff, but I think I'm good now. I hope I'm good now. Hold on. Okay, I got that unzipped now. But anyway, so yeah, so hopefully I won't be crashing anymore. I was getting some pretty high temps, but I think it was actually the memory that was causing the problem. Now, why it started happening all of a sudden out of the blue, I have no earthly idea. But yeah, max temps are in the 70 range still. Let's see. Do. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't see. Does the bot down again? Come on, bot. Oh no, it's up. Never mind. Yeah, oh, you misspelled question there. That's why that question. Since you misspelled your question, I will not make you retype it. And instead, oop the veil. Fix your camera. We see the top of your head. Well, that's because I was leaning forward and doing the old man things. I tried to read the screen. There we go. Perfect. Nymph Nightshade asks, a lot in the Twitch community keep asking when we are going to get, or say, feminine heavy armor patterns in dyeable, or dye my armor. I think that's what that is. I don't know. Damon actually cranked out a set of stuff here recently, so he is fully capable of doing it. That's one that's probably to bring up on a Friday stream, especially if he's on the stream. I kind of let Damon, our lead artist, decide what gets done and what doesn't get done. I know doing armor sets is pretty heavy. I know we don't have any sexy heavy armor. That's another one of those holdovers of, trying to be realistic versus fun. Though I know some people don't want the sexy armor in there. But we do have a fairly large number of female players. It's not, or women players, it's not 50-50, but I think it's probably 70-30. Hold on, I'm doing a thing. I got to do one more thing here. I got to start an upload. And then I'll get back to talking to you guys. Reminder, I'm still working. Okay, now it's uploading. That is the build uploading to Steam and to the patch server. That'll probably take about 40 minutes. 30 minutes to 40 minutes. We're still on slower than we should be connection to between us and the patch server. But when that is done, then I can go ahead and publish. Yeah, and on the camera configuration, yeah, I've moved it around a number of times. Like I said, I'm going to probably redo my office here this next or maybe this weekend. So maybe time after next when you see me, I'll have the camera in a better way. All right. Now I can dive into a few questions here. Scott the Budburner. This is probably a leftover one. How about St. Patty's Day gold at the end of the rainbow? I'm not sure what we would do with that. I think it'd be cool to have a rainbow we could put in towns. Like maybe make that a like a pot deco we put out or something, so you can add a rainbow to your town. Ooh, ooh. What do you think? It could even be a pot of gold. You like that? Here, I'll mention that on the team channel. Let's see. Pot of gold deco for pots that adds a rainbow to your town. I think that'd be good. Let's see. Caffeine question. I'd suggest rust monsters for soda to help destroy armor faster so folks can buy more. So one of the things, this is actually, I do like the idea of rust monsters and things that destroy your armor more. We actually have a few things in the game that can destroy your armor pretty quick, including, what's his face? Man, I can't remember the guy's name. One of the Kabbalists, anyways. One of the Kabbalists has something that destroys the armor, and he's pretty much the one that everybody avoids. Corpus, thank you. You guys, that was my trivia question for today. Gwendolyn, you win something. But anyways, Corpus will destroy your gear. So I already have ways that can happen, but just having a creature that gives a debuff to the same type of debuff when you hit it would be cool. But yeah, having a rust monster would be cool. On the bigger topic, one of the changes I had been pushing a little bit, and maybe I'll go ahead and force down people's throat, but I don't think we have a good concept of the lifespan of gear, and I think the system we have is kind of semi-broken, especially with some of the things that have been proposed, because one of the things that's been proposed, this is related to rust monsters, by the way. One of the big things that's been proposed, I forget if I put it on the 2020 vision plan, but it is something we still plan on doing. I just don't know if I put it in 2020, is the item history. So having items that have a history and they know what they've killed so that you can kind of level them up. So that's something that is... sorry, the wife just texted me. School stuff. That's something that's important, is I want to make sure we don't have a design that breaks that. And part of that will be if you have that weapon, you have that sword you've been working forever on, and we continually destroy it to the point that it is not practical to maintain it, that's a problem. Well, the other problem is the other side of that, which is like gear lasts freaking forever. It lasts a really long time, and we've never made a real tweak at that. The initial numbers we have in there are pretty much a stab in the dark at what we thought. I think that was numbers from me standing and fighting bears at 10x speed for a while and trying to come up with a number. So again, that was a stab in the dark, but we've been reluctant to change those numbers much because we don't want to destroy your gear and make it. So we have a system in place where you can always repair your gear. But there's a big problem with it right now, which one is you can repair it using the repair kits, obviously, until it gets down. Then you can repair the long-term durability. But for that you pay crowns, not many crowns. I mean, like 100 crowns or whatever will repair it first. But the more times you repair it, the more expensive it gets. Actually, the less it gives you. So right now that doesn't have a cap. So if we increase the durability damage on things, over time, that would basically get to a point where it's unsustainable and you're going to lose your favorite sword, which, again, that is something that can be better for half, a third of the people out there, the crafter audience. They want that gear destroyed and permanently removed. So there's a couple things that have been talked about doing. So one is setting a cap on the crown repair, but the other is making that something that we involve the crafters with. So one is making the cap on the crown repair so it doesn't basically go to infinity, because it will just continue to go up and up and up forever. Oh, it sounds like we just made a rainbow. Damon just chimed in and said, like a giant one of the one I just made. But anyways, the thing that we need in that is the main reason we try to destroy items is we want to push that out so that the crafters can come, can still be involved in the economy. If we make items permanent, hey, guess what? The crafters are not going to have much to do. It sounds like we do have one. Let's see. But anyways, so yes, we've got to find some compromise that one tears those items down a little bit quicker because they do just last freaking forever and don't get removed. But then two, we've got to figure out a way to, well, two, we got to cap the max number of crowns that can be used to it. But three, we've got to figure out some way to re-involve the crafters on it. One thing I had thought about was when you do the repairs, the difficulty is the difficulty is tied to how much it needs to be repaired, or that becomes the limiting factor. But then the other thing could be just the crafter's skill is involved in how much gets restored to it. So getting a good crafter to repair your stuff with the Kodo stuff becomes a high crafter skill actually matters. And maybe that's just a chance type thing. Basically trying to introduce some mechanic in there that will pull the crafters back into it. They're not rebuilding it, but they have to be involved. And that, I can still see that happening as either you meet up with a guy or whatever, or you mail him stuff you want repaired. But again, it's stuff coming up with something that helps the crafters and helps also stimulate the economy through the destruction of gear at a more rapid pace. Again, only would do that if we cap the cost for that stuff. But I would like to destroy that stuff much quicker. Because, the casual user will probably throw it away and say, time for an upgrade, which helps the crafter. So they get helped in that way. It's looking at the more long-term, the serious hardcore players who have gear they're attached to that they got just perfect, that they already posted their pictures on Twitter of their perfect gear. Again, not an easy problem to solve, but definitely looking at it. Let's see. It is past time for me to do a drawing. So let's get your name in there a few minutes, and I'll get back to doing some more questions here. Get in there. And Lancel, in case that wasn't clear, the moon ring will be dual wearable again. It was just one of the ones that got missed when I stripped that off of most stuff, so. What about the low and medium players who can't afford to pay crafters thousands in gold for repair? Well, again, probably the cheapest thing longer term is going to be to throw the item away. The only reason I see players wanting to have permanent items is when we get to either you got like that perfect one where you got exactly what you want, and it'll be super hard to get it again, or the guy who is working on leveling up his sword through killing, kobolds and trying to get a kobold killing slaying sword. Obviously, that second one's not in place yet. That first one is in place. But again, I see those guys as the one we want to find that right balance where if you're just a medium casual player, you're more likely to just throw it away and go buy a +7 off of somebody or use that +7 that dropped off of some stuff. But again, it's one of those, we had this problem earlier when we introduced a lot of the crafting stuff. We had a lot of people screaming that it was unfair because they couldn't afford the best gear. The best gear, the crafters wanted too much money for the best gear, and that's kind of, I mean, that's how it should be. That's kind of the marketplace. You know, there's a market for stuff, and the best stuff sells for more. We let you guys set those prices, obviously, but all right. Now that I'm getting rained on, let me do a quick. I've got to actually got to do my quick smoke test. So let me go check. Where did I put that thing? I've got to start a second client here. Wish me luck. Dang it, oh, there it is. I could probably get rid of that corner window up there that has nothing in it, right? Yeah, guys, penny for your crafter out there. Penny for the crafter. Yes, I'm sure my armor is broken. I do a lot of standing around and letting stuff beat me for long periods of time in God mode. And God mode does not protect your gear. Hold on. All right, sorry, logging in with an alt account. Congratulations, login reward. Leprechaun hat. My alt hasn't logged in the last few days. Oh, we're supposed to do the drawing. Here we go. You guys ready? Bam and bam. Tazar! Hey, good to see you on the stream there, Tazar. Hope you're healing up okay. I'm going to guess that you get over your injury quicker than I got over my stupid bronchitis-y, flu-y, whatever, sinus-y lung infection thing I had. Let's see. That is not right. Will be end of July before you can walk again. Oh man, that's some serious not fun. I was trying to think. I had for those who don't know. Oh well, for one, I'm Chris Spears. You guys all know me. I don't know why we bother introducing ourselves every time. Maybe we should. But I have for a while, my goal in life, or my plan in life, was to be a professional athlete. Which I was pretty good at my sport, racquetball. Played lots of tournaments, did lots of stuff. But it's not easy on the knees, or at least it wasn't easy on my knees. And I was trying to think what my record was. I tore my ACL, severed my MCL, broke my kneecap in half, and had to have pins put into it. This is all one injury. I've had 5 knee surgeries and a foot surgery. I'm trying to think what else I did on that, but basically destroyed all the cartilage in my knee. But that was, I think I was on crutches for 6 months. That was a pretty gruesome one. That was my ankle twisted and my knee collapsed and my MCL tore, like severed and basically my leg just collapsed sideways. So you can imagine your leg collapsing not the right way, but sideways, and like pretty much my ankle came up to the point where it's almost touching my hip, the wrong way, the bad way. Oh yeah, I've got titanium. Actually, my screws in my knee are brass. I've got a titanium plate in my foot. But anyway, so I feel you, Tazar. But I guess the thing I don't feel is I did that when I was like in my, 18 to 25 or so. I'm not sure I would survive that now. Do. Here you go. Take that. I'd love to have that. Alright, I'm just doing a quick sanity. I've already done the sanity on the GM client. I am doing this sanity on the player client. So one of these is a player client. You can only see the one, but alright. But that looks good, so I'm going to leave that now, and as soon as it finishes uploading, I will release that next build. That will again move it to what I tweeted about, which is only 3 rings will be affected by the no 2 items. Oh, and I guess I've got enough people in here, up to 80 something here. Oh, and also I forgot to thank some people for bits. Dysluxia, thank you for the host, Mythic. Thank you for the raid, and Snugsy one as always. Thank you, sir. Oh, and then I'll talk bards. Oh, but let me get the next prize up first. So many different things to keep track of. I'm going to close it out with that Viking Village Inn. I'll give one of those guys away for the last one. How about for this one, I'll just do a Heraldry Tavern. I like giving away the on sale stuff. Saves Elgarion money. Because he sends them out the prizes, that is. Let's see. Heraldry Tabard Plate. Alright, that giveaway is open. I did reset it. It seems it confuses people when I don't reset it, and you guys all redo the thing, and then I think you guys actually re-raffle more when I don't reset it, because you raffle and you don't see it that say your name or whatever, and then you raffle again, and you raffle again. Alright. Let's see. So I got that going. So bards. So I've been super distracted with other stuff. I'm waiting on one piece from Bard for Bard stuff that is some fix-ups to the animation tree. Or not the animation, basically the animation state, combat state machine stuff. Which I'm going to have one and only do. Just because it has always been his baby. And I have touched it and poked it and prodded it and poked it. And it's one of those things it seems about every other time I poke something in here, like 3 things shoot out there and break. So I'm going to let him do it and let him do it the way he wants to. I looked at it and I started implementing it multiple different ways. But each way I did it seemed to have some major side effects. So I'm going to let him do that. Hopefully he can get to it about maybe next Monday. So they'll be broken in terms of visuals. I do have a change list to check in for Bard stuff that I'll try and get on QA in the next day or two that is basically finishing out the actual effect of the skills. And it should also get most of the VFX and icons in place. Which will get it to, in terms of everything but the visuals, it should get it pretty darn close to where it's supposed to be. I'm sure you guys have a lot of feedback on it right now. I do too, but I'm going to try to go over that stuff too. I'll turn on the extra couple of skills as well that are missing from there. Let's see. Oh, welcome to the Deco Station. Everything you need. Actually, we haven't kept these things up in a long time. I think the people who come here, like, they all know we just notice all the commands to add things, so. It was going to be a pain to maintain this crap. All right, let me get back to questions. Auden Bjornson has a question. Can bleed effect be added to caltrops? Yeah, and caltrops are one of those things like traps. It really needs to have another pass made at it so that they're actually more effective. They're something that people can use. And maybe that's another one, is we need to make them in like large, medium, small type thing, where there's some that are bigger, and do more significant damage. Because they're kind of a cool thing. We've got everything we need for them. We've got the visuals. We just need to make the actual effect more meaningful, so it's not just a visual effect. So yes, good idea. I will create a Jira for somebody right now. Man, the last one I have on here is my must-do is Whiskey Buff. I'm sorry, I think that was Elrond who keeps harassing me about that. Not harassing me, just pointing out that it should have it, and he's right. Bleed effect on caltrops. Maybe that's what I'll be doing tomorrow morning, is working on that stuff. Oh, actually, tomorrow morning, I missed the team meeting yesterday. I was just reminded of that because I remembered what I'm doing tomorrow morning, which is tomorrow morning I'm going to get new tires on my car. I know, pretty exciting, right? I tried to go to the team meeting and got out to my car and it had a flat tire, which I figured, it's got to be a slow leak or something. So I pumped it up, jumped in the car. In case you're wondering how flat, that flat. Yes, I drive a Toyota Prius, and I'm proud of it. I love you, Mother Earth. Anyways, I got about 2 miles down the road, and my tire light came on again. I had to pull over. And got a can of Fix-A-Flat crap, which also didn't hold. It seemed to slow it down a little bit. But anyways, I'm going to get new tires tomorrow morning, so that's my very exciting morning. That'll be my morning after I get Maxine off to school. Throw her on the bus. And it's fun because I got to inflate my tire real quick, jump in the car, race to the tire place so I don't have to do the whole switch for the flat tire spare. Lord of Honesty, will we be able to hear what skills a bard is using? Yes, so that's one. I'm still torn on what to do with it. For those who don't know, I actually just got a message from a few minutes ago. Our master bard is returning and was going to do some stuff for me. Leader of the poets group. Poets, I was going to say poet quartets, poet circle. But he was going to start doing some stuff, and actually I was going to talk to him. I need to get back to him on that, but he was actually talking about doing some stuff where we could do something where if like a pot owner wanted custom music for their town, they could talk to him and he would do custom music for their town, and we'd put it in just for their town and just make it some store thing, some crown thing in game where we give him a portion, we take some small portion of it. But anyways, just remembering that because of the bard sounds. So yeah, so the bard stuff is going to make sounds. I have not hooked up what exactly to it. I will get that done. I'll try to get that done for the weekend build as I look at my next 2 days and see that I'm going to miss a good chunk of tomorrow with car nonsense. And then Friday's the stream day, so. But I will try to get that in with the next patch where I get out some more bard stuff. Now, what they're going to play is the other question, because I had said, at one point at least, that I was just going to make it so you could choose that by basically choosing what music you wanted to go with the things. But kind of feels like that you could do that, but it feels like there should be some like special music for each one of the songs so people know what you're playing. But then the challenge is, and for those who haven't played with it, the way it works is it takes about like 7 to 10 to 12 seconds to cast a bard song, and then it'll last for 30 to 40 seconds. So you can have 2, 3, 4 songs up if you're doing nothing but barding and you're a pretty good bard. So then you get into the problem of, do you really have overlapping music, or do we just have you play that music during the 8-second, 10-second cast time, whatever? 12-person raid groups. Yes. That was the other one I have on my super short list. That is going to happen this release, by the way, the raid groups. I was trying to make sure I got as much bard stuff done as I could so I could get it to QA for testing. But again, I think I only have a few hours left of work on it before it's handed off to One and Only. Oh, and I can tell you what One and Only has been working on. Mounts are Q3 or 4. I forget where they're going to be. But anyways, the thing that One and Only has been working on is a occlusion system. I basically just gave him the task if he was looking for some stuff to do, and I just gave him the task of find a way to make the game faster, because we've kind of like been wringing everything out of Unity that we can. 50 seconds if stacked, Taiki. Yeah, so that, again, that's not live. My goal was to make it so a starting bard could do 2 songs. Like a bard who gets like their bard stuff up to 100 could do 3-ish to 4-ish possibly, and then only a master bard who actually specializes in there. Oh, thank you, Catherine Rose. I was gonna say I hadn't seen any bits come across today, but that, for those who missed it, the last stream may have been a record for ours stream. It was the end of the month thing, and I sent out some cloaks to some people because of that, but someone brought up stuff, so I'm sure we have a bit hangover. But thank you, Catherine Rose. Thank you for that stuff. But anyway, so try and get the bard so, like, maybe some bards out there could get it to 5. The math is not that far off, is from what Taiki just posted, 8 to 10 seconds and 50 seconds if stacked. I'm going to try to get that so it's more like 4. But man, stacking those songs, if you stack them, that would be I guess if you're stacking them actually using the dynamic deck, you can stack them more quickly than charging them. That's one of the things that comes up with this bard thing is, and I'd actually talked about this previously with people, is having number 2, thank you, Eric Rolls, having the bard skills be so long. For most skills, like charging them up rather than stacking, like stacking's a lot of work. You get some tired fingers, but if you're a bard, and it's one of those, again, trying to make it really a skill class, you can stack it to get those, 3, 4, 5 stacks or whatever quicker than someone who's actually trying to charge it, because the cast time on them is so crazy long. So it's actually one of those times where doing the work of stacking it by hand, you can actually be a better bard, and it actually, again, I'm okay with rewarding skill, and I'm okay with rewarding effort. That's one of those where it rewards effort. And just, again, the long cast times of those things makes it fairly impractical to do the stacking. But yes, bard stuff coming along, and Rivalox is also compiling some feedback for me from the stuff you guys have been posting. Mia Sway, can we get wands and staff patterns for each school tree, please? Trying to think. I mean, wands and staves are pretty easy things to model, and it is something that's fairly visible. I do kind of like the idea of doing that, having the different ones, different visuals for them. Anytime we have those easy visuals, like I still want to just go in and add a bunch of swords. It's a little tedious to hook them up, but if you're doing 10 at once, it's much easier. It doesn't take much longer to do 10 than it takes to do 1. So maybe that is one that we can just sit down and go do different ones for each schools. Outfits would be nice too. Cloaks, wings. I totally need Phoenix wings. Let's see. Orchaic, are there still plans to allow for patterns on bandit gears, possibly to be able to socket the chest piece? I kind of put that on hold until we get to later in Q2 when we get serious about the fixes for artifacts. The bandit gear may stay as like a one-off in terms of its functionality and how it works as we try to move away from just pure artifacts to artifacts that are salvageable, rebuildable, more pattern stuff. They become, to some extent, they become mossy handles. To really, though, what they're going to become is many of them will be, you got the bandit gear. It has some cool stats. It is somewhat enchantable, but the real thing that people want to do with it is tear it down to get the special leather out of it that then they can use to make their own leather. And crafters can use that, just like the Akara armor. The same thing's going to happen to that. And some more sets will be showing up that'll have that same type thing where, you know, the real value in them, they're good. You can wear them, they're good. But the real value in them is going to be coming from the leather, the scraps, the salvage that you can get from them. And then those become another commodity that both, you know, adventurers can harvest for crafters. But yes. Can the Envy Angel drop her wings and dress, please? Ooh. I forget what her wings look like. Envy Angel wings. 4 decos. Or, not 4 decos, 4. I just posted it to the channel to hear Damon scream at me. Auden Bjornsson, can caltrops be crafted with different metal types? Yeah, and that's what I was just saying, is I'd love to give caltrops a tune-up so that they're actually meaningful and have the small, medium, large, which may mean the rusty, although rusty caltrops, that'd be kind of good, right? Because it'd get infected, come with a dot. But come with the caltrops, come with the different metal types and make it so the different metal types have different effects to make them more powerful. Do you work on this 12-person group as you said on Friday stream? Maybe I can get that done for the weekend. I'll see how painful that is. The only painful part in it is going to be updating the UI on the left. Again, I have some ideas for that on how to compress it. But I'm pretty sure I can get 12 people on most screens. We kind of designed, I don't know why, but I think we designed our screens to work on maybe 1280 720 monitors. Make sure it all fits on that. And if you're on that, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Is that like the only things that have those monitors are really like crappy laptops, and you're a glutton for punishment if you're running on a crappy laptop. I didn't finish my story on what one and only he's working on. So anyway, so he's got a system. He found a system and he's been updating it, modifying it to work with our game. That is a GPU-based occlusion system. He has some stuff working in it now. He's done some tests. He's got it working in game. But this is like a huge one in terms of performance stuff. This is offloading a lot of the CPU work that was crushing us to the GPU. The test he did, now I have not tested it myself, and I'm not sure the exact situations, but he had seen he said he tested it in pots, again, not very specific, and it added 15 frames per second to the pot frame rate. So I don't know what his frame rate was before, don't know what pot, but again, it was promising enough that he's going to work on that, and hopefully he'll get that wrapped up by the weekend, and he'll work on stuff for me by the weekend, or for the Bard by the weekend. But anyways, always excited to get some stuff in there. Why are people giving me 6 bits? 5-minute shopping spree in the dev hub. You can grab like $1 bazillion worth of stuff in the in the dev hub. A lot of stuff that's not made anymore in there too. Let's see. I need to do a giveaway because I got to do a giveaway and then I'll start the next giveaway because it is getting close to the end there. And you guys ready? Raffle, 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 raffle. Hey, Taiki, you need to have me on your stream. I know you said that you give all your questions to famines. and fizzle, but you need to have me on your stream so we can sing. Maybe lots of people will give you 1337 bits. Huh? All right, here we go. Picking a winner. Lord British backwards, who is not Lord British, and whose name cannot be pronounced. You won a Heraldry Tavern plate mail set that is currently on sale. Heraldry Tavern plate set. I'm saying that because Elgarion's watching to give away the prizes. Let's see. For this last one, man, again, I'll be generous here. Let's see. Is it that one? Do we have anything cool from the vault I want to do? I'm not going to be that generous. Got any cool new items I could do? Conversationalist. Oh, there's this next build coming out has the fix for the conversationalist where they won't necessarily talk to other players. They'll only talk to the owner. That one is in this next build that's uploading as we speak. Let me make sure it's still uploading. Did it finish? Moments ago. Okay, well, let me go make sure it's seeding to the other boxes. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Now it is uploading. This is only if you're a smart guy or girl who uses our patcher. This is only a 20 meg patch. I'm sure the Steam patch is like 500 megs or something, but the our patch is only 20 megs. I'm going to give this about another 10 minutes or so, and I guess maybe right after my stream is over, when I have to run and grab a Maxine, I will release that patch that fixes that stuff. All right, so for this last one, we'll do what I said earlier. We'll do the Viking Village Inn. Viking Village Inn will be the prize. Hold on, let me get it live. Viking Village Inn. Open giveaway. Open giveaway. There we go. All right. Oh, and I owe someone a song there. Let's see. Well, let's see. Taiki did it. What's a song I could sing that's a song that she would sound great singing that I will absolutely butcher? How about... Oh, I will absolutely destroy that one. Not in a good way. Hold on. I was trying to find a Joni Mitchell song here. One I could do. Ooh. For a long time, Joni Mitchell was my favorite. It would be like back in the 80s. Oh, this is one I sing to Maxine occasionally. So I at least know the tune somewhat. Sitting in a park in Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They won't give peace a chance. That was just a dream some of us had. Still a lot of lands to see, but I wouldn't want to stay here. I think I'm doing this in the wrong octave. It's too old and cold and settled in its ways here. But California. Oh, no, man. I can do better than this. You deserve better, Taiki. I'm going to come up with something better here. Hold on. Let me do a question and I'll come back to this. Got to recompose myself. That was so bad. Does this happen to actual artists who sing? Or is the secret to not be that bad? Here's one. Oh man, I'm trying to remember how this one goes. All right, you guys don't want to watch me just read lyrics on the stream here. Let me answer a few more questions, and then I will find an easier song to sing. Mike Soda, vendor search update. I haven't done the easy one yet, which I need to get that done too. I actually started, I did not publish it, which was the updating to Python, so you guys could do that stuff if you want to. Ooh, Tazar ODE. When mounts come into the game, will the wheelchair be one of them? I'm guessing you're in a wheelchair right now, I guess because you hurt both legs. Yeah, that sucks. Let me tell you though, I think I mentioned the story earlier that I was on crutches for 6 months or something like that. I was really good with it, really good at crutches, and I was on crutches so long I could walk on them like stilts, like keep both feet off the ground and like walk on them like stilts, lift them up, and do it like pretty well. But and I remembered that, of course, and it was about 5 years ago or so, I think. I guess it was more like 7 or 8 years ago. I had a foot surgery and I had crutches, and I was like, let me show you how to do it. And I tried doing it in my mid 40s. I couldn't do it. Crutches are one of those things I remember from a kid not being that bad. They're a nightmare when you get old. Tazar, good decision on the wheelchair. And yeah, wheelchair sounds like a good one for us to make if we're going to have mounts, so you can just have a wheelchair where you sit on it. Let's see. Peg leg and boot. Look at my own feet for reference. I'll make sure that there's a Jir on One and Only. I mentioned he's the kind of the combat and visual state machine guy. Locking the combat bar the way it is has broken the ability to combo glyphs by dragging one on another. All right, well, that's going to be a huge issue, Taiki. That was from Taiki for the Bard guys. Can you still do the key combine, like the two keys at the same time combine? I'm sure you can still do that way. But yeah, I know some people want to use their mouse at all times, so yeah. Okay. Tuna row to make Jirs for. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to paste your questions into my sheet to get to them. Lord of Honesty, can you make the animation when walking with a cane less silly? I'm not sure what it looks like, but that I wouldn't be surprised. We have a lot of those things where they don't scale well or they don't age well, and we change other animations, then some stuff breaks like that. That may be one that just did not age well, that has some, well, not code rot, but animation rot on it. Griffler asks, we used to be able to hold left click on a skill icon to charge it and then move your mouse off the icon without it casting and let it go at any point it would cast. Now if you remove the cursor from the icon, it casts. Any chance of getting that feature back? Adding it to the list. I don't know. That had to have been the work that Wizard Smoke did that probably broke that in the process. Crossfire Bugs Eye. Oh, and I'm going to have to get off here in a few minutes. Yes, when you make scalable instances, can you make the existing instances scale up, not down, so players have something to work toward? For the new ones, we'll probably move them over. Move them over to episode 2, make a copy of them. We're only going to do this for like a few of them, then we'll be working more on new content scene. I don't know if we're going to upgrade the old scenes. We might, though. But yeah, what we can work towards, again, the way it's going to work, for those who haven't heard me talk about this, is we have a system in place now for scalable creature levels where we can base their actual power just purely on their level and make everything calculations or conditionals off their level. So we can have it so, if you get above, if we have a creature who's level 80 or higher, he can do Fireball. If he's level 100 or higher, he can do Ring of Fire. If he's level 110, he can do a pull and summon you to, or pull him to you, or teleport you, or whatever. And then also all their damage and everything will be calculated off that, so we can have them scale, and also the experience for the creature can be calculated off that, which is going to allow us to greatly simplify our work, which means faster work, and also more. We'll have fewer places where you have to go change data like that. But what that will mean is there will basically be a Kobold. There'll be 4, is the current plan, is have a Kobold, whatever it is, the base level creature, Kobold. The +1, the tougher Kobold that may be in the scene. So you can have some easy ones, you can have some, guards. And then have a mini boss, which will be next step up from that one. And then have a boss type. And we may have some types above that, and obviously, all that stuff gets thrown out the window and get dragons. But each one of those may be like, the base one is 0, base level is 0 or 1, and then the first one is a +10 on that, and then the mini boss is a +10 on that, and then the boss is a +10 or +20 on that. And then the scene, we set a level on the scene, and that scene level variable gets used in all the calculations for that dude. So we can set the scene to be level 50, and the base Kobold will be a level 50 Kobold. The tougher version of that variant of that guy will be a level 60. Mini boss will be 70, and boss will be 80. So, yeah, we could do the thing where we go and we look at a scene and we say this was a tier 5 scene before. We're going to set the base level in the scene to be 50, and then go swap out the creatures in that scene. That might be the easier way to do things. So. Oh, and for those who missed, the other exciting part of that is we can add in the functionality. So when you go into a scene, you can right-click on a scene and say, or when you enter into it, you can choose play normal, hard, super hard. And each one of those may add like 20 levels to it. So it's a scene that's level 50, but if you want to, you're level 90, well, guess what? You can go play that scene with creatures level 90 just by playing it on hard or very hard. So anyways, that's coming soon. We've got all the tech for it. I just need to hook up a scene with that basically in it. And that will also be used because we're going to set that as having the fewer creature types and the not having 100 variations, tier 1 to tier 20, of each type of creature means that we can more easily tune these things. And that's part of what we're going to be using for episode 2 to tune the difficulty for that stuff. We still have not had our get-together dungeon chat where I'm going to get Ravlox working on some dungeon stuff for me. He's actually really excited about that. Let's see. I have to find a new song here. And then I'm going to do a drawing. Thank you, Catherine Rose. And Catherine Rose, I know you will be excited about larger than 8-person groups coming up. And like I said, that will happen this release. I will make it happen. This release. Oh, it will. Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as the northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada. Oh, Canada. With your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter, so sweet. Oh. Anyways, That was for Taiki there. I know, I nailed it, right? That's awesome, right? I see, I should drink on the streams because then I have an excuse for singing that bad. All right, guys, it is getting close to the end here. I got through quite a few questions. You can get some more on Friday. I think we're doing a Gust Ball tournament on Friday. Maybe Elgarion nailed it. That's exactly right. I think we're doing a Gust Ball tournament, but Elgarion can confirm that. I'm telling you, Taiki, you get me on your stream, we can do some singing. I'll make you look good. No Gust Ball tournament? Oh, because we still have some bugs in the Gust Ball stuff. Oh, some new bugs. All right. We'll figure out what we're doing. But anyways, I'm sure we'll answer a few questions, whatever we're doing on Friday. Let me do a giveaway here for you guys. And also, thank you for these late bits coming in. Catherine Rose again, Upa the Veil, Taiki again, thank you for the excuse to embarrass myself. Sylvan Beastmaster, Babanzai, Catherine Rose, so many thanks. Eric Rules, 34 bits, thank you very much. And Babanzai, 28, thank you guys. Again, let's see, we are doing a giveaway here. And let's see, where's my thing? There it is. You have all raffled up, right? Right? Pick you. Okay, I'm going to pick Sir Kirillion. I'm not really going to do it. I mean, I can show you my thing here. We'll see. If he wins, I didn't pick him. But anyways, here we go. You ready? You guys are still getting in. Scooby-Doo, you just got in. What a rookie move, Scooby. All right. One last guy. Picking a winner. Coswald. I'm glad that guy didn't win. I said was going to win. Coswald did the Marathon. And it's a new person. Dirthmeyer? Congratulations, Coswald Dirthmeyer. You won the Viking Village Inn. As always, join in on our Friday streams. We give lots of fun stuff away. But guys, again, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for showing up for the stream today. Thank you for not roasting me. Lance will go explain to Pop that the moon ring is not affected. It's only the death ring. I put that in there, but again, it's kind of, sometimes I suck at communicating on Twitter. I like having like thousands and thousands of characters. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. I will definitely get the 12-person raid in this release. I'm hoping I can get a 24-person version of it, but that's a bit more work. I am definitely feeling better. I'm going to say that I'm still a little sick, and that's why that I butchered those songs that badly. Let me go find someone to raid. Unless Community of the Avatar has someone picked out for me already. Oh, no, not my stream. Do we only... How many people are out there? We got Skeggy. Always a good choice. We have one in... then we have one in German. So probably Skeggy. We owe Skeggy a ton of different raids there. So let's give Skeggy a raid. Unless Community said 1 to 2. I was worried the guy, he lists his stream as German, but it does say rules for event info ready. Let me just raid Skeggy. I haven't raided Skeggy in a while, and the guy, it worries me a little bit sending people to streams that are in German. If I'd raided Skeggy recently, I would have just gone with him, but let's go for Skeggy. Raid. He's a safe bet. He's not going to embarrass us, I know. So again, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the constructive feedback. Thanks for the patience. Thanks for all the community stuff you guys do for us. And thanks for watching my stream. We will get those prizes out pretty quick. In fact, Knowing Elgarion, he probably already shipped them off to you guys. And guys, again, thank you so much, and see you on Friday. And raid. And